Okay, so first, some people have been asking questions, and if some people who might have like subscribed to this channel don't have questions answered. That's what I'm gonna start with before. So one question is, what is this channel? Um, I'm just gonna talk about shit. I don't know. I'm gonna talk about shit through this process of like actively like transitioning, which like very 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 extremely early stages right now. That also got like hit a bump in the road that like demotivated me so fucking much. Two. Um, a lot of people have been asking this. I'm not changing my name. I fucking love my name. If there's one thing that I've always enjoyed throughout my life, it is my name. My name is just amazing, and yeah, I mean, and then a third thing is a lot of people like when they like, which is a very valid question. I understand where the question comes from. It's just something that a lot of people don't like fully understand. A lot of people like question like my sexual attraction, like post me like coming out and stuff like that, and I think my answer becomes once you get to the point where it's like I don't really fucking I can't even think about that. Like uh I've more hit the point and it's like I mean I'm gonna be open as fuck on this channel. Like I mean I've had intercourse before, so it's not like and it's not like and also for people who like somehow get some belief it's like trauma like ridden. It's like I have no sexual traumas and I have had intercourse with a woman and I say it was fine. I mean it was pretty good. But intercourse with a woman is a good way to talk about it. I can't take it seriously. But yeah, I mean right now my attraction is like I can't see myself being in a relationship with anybody. That's where my attraction is. Like when people ask like so like are you gay? Which is like really funny cuz like what even is gay? Like at this point like it's like I mean like like I still like it's hard for me still not to like view myself like fully as like a man. It's not really what I want to be. Again, genders are social constructs. But my ADHD is gonna like ramble around. But if you listen to this, I appreciate you. But okay, but it's like so yeah. That's like for those like those questions is like I don't know. I don't really see myself. I can't really see myself in a relationship for so many reasons. I'm like I'm not comfortable with myself at this, especially at this current point in time. Like mirrors are evil. Never in my life have I like looked in a mirror and been like, wow, I don't like what I see. That's like never been the way I've like really looked at mirrors. I've looked at mirrors and been like, oh, that's cool. I don't really give a fuck. Like it's just like a weird like thing to like really like just deal with. Is like I would like I get told I look homeless and all this shit, and I'd be like, okay, like move on. Like it was just no absolute care at all about how people perceive me and stuff like that. And now it's like coming to a sense where it's like wanting to be perceived a certain way and opposed of not caring how it's perceived is really weird. It's a really weird shift because I've always been indifferent. Um, but yeah, I like started saying some things because I restarted this recording because I was like I want to like get those questions out of the way to start. And if you have any other questions, you can comment them down below because I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do on this channel. But I think one thing I said is there's a lot of these things that it's like I can't talk to a person about this stuff like regardless of who it is. I can't like sit there and like say this to somebody and like expect a response because a lot of these things I don't want responses for all that stuff and I can't say like face to face with another human. Like that's so weird. Like a lot of it is like, again, if you want to call me mentally ill, I am. Like I think every human is mentally ill. This is just one of my mental illnesses of choice. Apparently, is to be incredibly dysphoric about my gender. My like um. So I mean, like, it's weird. It's weird reaching the point in your life where you just see attractive, pretty women and just go, "I want to be her." It is so weird. Like I'm weird. This is like my internal transphobia, also like kind of like being there. But it's like, cause now like I just like I see like I see like I see a pretty woman. I just go like pretty woman. That's it. Whatever. I'm just like in my thoughts. I also have like Discord just like sitting on my monitor. There's nobody DMing me or anything. There's nothing there. I just have a DM open. I'm just sitting there looking at it. But no, it's like I see that and I just go like oh, I want to look like her. And then like I get depressed for a little bit because I don't. You know, that's so weird. Like, and like, I mean, like, I don't know. There's probably somebody who's a fully like cis person who somehow still made it 5 minutes into me talking about what life is like in this current. It's not really hell. I still like enjoy life enough, but it's like that's so weird. Like, cause like again I just like I see like I just like see like a pretty girl. You know, I'm just like I want to be here. Like I think the male I think the normal functioning male brain is a little a little more sexualizing that girl, which I mean, you know, that's why I can't. That's why I'm saying I don't fucking know my sexuality. I fucking I don't really fuck with men that much. I mean, that's just one of those ones. Like again, I can't see myself being in a relationship anytime soon. But I mean, I don't know. It's an interesting process. This all is, and I mean, everyone who's here came from my main channel, so it's like, I've been MIA. You guys all know I've been MIA. I haven't really been uploading or streaming or all that stuff, and I hit a rut. I mean, I hit the rut, and I didn't even get to fucking get on the fucking hormones and have them fucking become like a fucking annoying ass fucking thing. Which like, because people I think it's very common experience in mood swings once you But I've done my research. But regardless of that point, so it's like we're dealing with that, and I'm like, and I come over here, and it's like if for those who aren't in my Discord server, basically what happened was is um, since I'm on antidepressants and well, antidepressants slash anti-anxieties and non-stimulant stimulants, just like for my ADHD, like I get those prescriptions filled. So my grandpa gets a text every time because he goes and picks up my prescriptions. So every time I get a prescription, he goes and picks them up. So then when I got my new prescription, he got a text like notifying him about the prescription getting filled, which they already knew about this whole process. I wasn't hiding it from them. I knew they weren't gonna like actively support it because I know their politics and I know their values and I know their beliefs. So that's like kind of how I was going into it. I was like, yeah, they're not really gonna fuck with this, but I'm also like, they also really can't stop me. Like they can like, and even at this point, I still don't think they can stop me. Like I'm an adult. I mean, this isn't like something that I thought up like 1 month that I wanted to like do or one day. I mean, like this is months long torture of being like, can this feeling go away? This is terrible. Like, life is so much easier when I can just be depressed and not wanting to put any effort in anything. When I actually have something I want to go put effort into, it's like that's terrible. Because I mean, like I'm not really somebody who outside of my like Twitch, which I do. Oh, God, that still gets like minimal effort just because of my fear of interaction with people and also just I don't like my fear of not being perfect. I don't know, not doing things perfect. I don't need to be perfect, but I need to do things right. But like it's like yeah, so it's like actually motivation to do something and like stuff like that. I was like that's terrible. Like just let me just let me like wash away like and just not care about any of that stuff. Like so it was like I don't want to care about it. I wanted to go away, and I dealt with that for months to the point where I was like I gotta fucking do something. Which then I took the initiative to start something because again I'm like doing this on my own. I'm an adult. It's kind of what I expected, you know. And then so then my grandpa picks up the fucking pills for me, which I didn't ask him to do. I didn't even know he did it. So I knew he knew about them, and then after a couple of days, I was like, did you like?" Because he didn't say anything to me about them, because like they got sent to the wrong pharmacy. He said something about like them like they'll be like at the pharmacy in a couple days. So I was like, all right. So then a couple days passed. And I was like, did you get those or like, or what? Because he didn't tell me that they were there. Because like so he got involved by letting me know that like this is all going on, and then he didn't say anything. So like, did you go get them or do I have to go get them or like like what's what? And then he like said he got them, but he didn't give them to me. And then like I was like, all right, I wasn't really that upset. It was like kind of like he's kind of strong arming me into another conversation about this, where it's like I don't know what he wants me to say. And then we have like another conversation, um, which is like a good hour long conversation that I fucking I recorded. It was pretty good. It's sitting on my phone, but it's just like him being like, well, if you regret this, I don't want you to blame me, which is like, bro, I know your politics. I know where you stand on all this shit. trust me, you're the last person who I was going to blame if I like ended up regretting this. Um, and then after that conversation, he told me where the pills were, and then I took them and I left them by my other pills because I was like, okay, um, like I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, okay, and then I woke up the next day, and they just weren't there, and I was like, well, I had gone downstairs that day, and he looked me in the eyes, and he was like, "Oh, because he's in physical like therapy." He looked at me in the eyes and says, "Oh, I'm going to physical therapy or whatever." He actually said, "I'm going to." I don't remember what he said. That's not really important. But then, yeah, he looked me in the eyes, said that, didn't say anything about the fact that he was actively just took away these pills that he just had an hour-long conversation with me about me starting. Which again, I'm an adult. Like, if I wanted to make this decision, he's not stopping it. Like, nothing they have done is like is discouraging me. Like, sure, it's discouraging my will to want to get up out of bed in the morning, and this is the reason why I shut down for like a week because I was like, I just was like, I was like, did not expect them to get in my way, and I very much struggle with the ability to push myself sometimes. It's that I'm very aware of a lot of my shortcomings, but so it was that just led into just like led into like me being like, what the fuck, like, which I didn't, because again he was gone. So because like what ended up happening was I go downstairs and I make breakfast in the morning because I eat and I take my pills, because if I don't I will literally feel sick the whole day. So I made breakfast, and then I turn, I'm like, okay, like it's time to fucking like lock in, take my pills, and then they just weren't there, and I went upstairs and I just went back to sleep. I didn't eat my breakfast. I was like, fuck, I'm not dealing with this, and then I went out with my cousin. I woke up and went out with my cousin, which because we had plans to go out, which yeah, that was cool. But then like my cousin called my grandma to see if I was awake, which my grandma is out of state right now because I have an aunt who has an autoimmune disease who she's not necessarily doing great right now. There's yeah. So my grandma calls my cousin and like tells her to like discourage me, which is really funny because my cousin like referred to me as like she said to discourage her, which is like really funny because like you're discouraging me from starting hormones, but you're also referring to me as her, which then led to, and then also my aunt, who again is incredibly sick in the hospital to this day now, which it's now been like 2 weeks later, basically. She's still in the hospital, to my knowledge. She's been in the hospital for the past 2 weeks with her this autoimmune disease that she's had for years. Um, and again, she's also texting my cousin, like telling her to discourage me. Like me and my cousin are basically going back and forth. Yo, she has kids. She has this life of her own. Can she worry about not dying so she can be there for these people that need her? Instead of like worrying about what I'm doing with my body as an adult. Which, like, yeah, again, I can understand people being concerned. It's like I'm not at the age where you stop being concerned about me, but I also am not at the age where you actively try to like hide prescription medications from me that I'm not addicted to. I mean, it's too soon to it's too soon to let you guys know if I'm addicted to the E or not. But yeah, there was just that, and then that just led to me being like I texted my grandpa because again I had gone to therapy the day before, like the day after he had my pills. Then I went to therapy, and I was like he drove me there, so he has the ability to like get me trapped in a car on the way back. And then we started a conversation. He was like, "Well, I never should have picked them up. I shouldn't have gotten involved." And I was like, "Yeah, that's if that's what you like, I agree with that. I never asked for you to be involved. Like you did this yourself." And then I text him like later that night because like, we get back home. I don't get my pills back, and I'm like, "You said you don't want to get involved, yet you're still hiding them from me." Like, which maybe threw them out. I really don't feel like they're the type to throw it out because they don't throw anything out. So like they're not the type of people who'd be like, oh, these pills are bad, let's throw them out, because they don't throw anything out. Like they've probably taught me some bad habits in terms of keeping holding on to things I don't need. You know, you should go down in our basement. There's like so many like boxes for things, so many like, oh my god, the amount of US or not the amount of extension cords we have. Holy shit. Because like my grandpa worked at a phone company, he has all these cords, all this shit. Oh my god, just but I'm getting sidetracked. But like, yeah. So then we have like me texting me being like, "Yo, like, you said you didn't want to be involved, yet you are currently like, not like you're currently getting in my way." Um, I can't look at myself. I keep looking at my face cam. I can't look at myself. Two people DM me on Discord. Like, I want to respond to those, but I'm too busy. I'm too busy talking to the camera. But I can't look at the camera. I gotta look away. I don't even know what I have in my hand. But regardless. So then like yeah, I text him and I go like, you're still like actively getting in the way. Like the only way I'm ever gonna get discouraged or change my mind is if you let me start at this point. Like you're not gonna wait this out. I've been trying to wait this out for months. The only way you're gonna have me get discouraged is if I like somehow start this and then go, this is not what I want. But again, and I know enough and I've done my research enough to know that if I take it for a couple weeks and I decide it's not for me, there's what I don't really know how long it would go until there's a chance of becoming fertile. Which again, I truly believe I don't really want kids, and if I did change my mind on that, if I wanted to care for another living thing, another living being that is human, that's a good way to word it. It doesn't need to be my own offspring. I don't need to be genetically connected to a child if I wanted to go out and find another human life to care for and love, and that's kind of how I feel if I were to go infertile. And then again, the other side effect would be you start to develop tits. How many guys have tits like that have never been on any female hormone in their life? Like, come on. If I start to develop tits and I'm insecure about them, I'll just put on a few pounds. Like, I just mask them. I'll just put on a few pounds like that. But that's like my like pointedly joking point where it's like, the only way to discourage me at this point was what I said to him was like, you have to let me start. If you don't let me start, like you said you don't want to get involved, but you're involved still by actively hiding them. And then if you're not gonna let me start, like it's just you're just delaying a process that's like I'm not getting discouraged from. Again, I've already tried to discourage myself from this, and because again, I'm not gonna lie, I have internal transphobia. I didn't want this to be true. That is able to acknowledge how much harder my life is going through this process, and it's not an easy process, and all of these things. Like, this doesn't make life easier. It just makes me have an outlook on life where I'm happy with myself. Um, it's like something to work for. Like again, I don't like, but so yeah. Then I had that, and then he doesn't respond to me until the next day, which he ends up leaving to also go to Chicago to go be with my aunt and her family as well to like deal with all that. And just to text me and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm in Illinois. How are things doing there?" Like, you know how things are doing here. Like, don't fucking play don't play these fucking games. Like, you fucking left me to fucking go be off and fucking who knows where. Oh, I know where Illinois is. It's just like a Chicago suburb. But regardless, I was like, you like left. You ignore my previous text and you say that, and then I also had like my grandma the day prior. No, it was the same day that my grandpa had my pill and she was trying to discourage me. I have her being like, "Well, I'm just not ready for the grandson I know to be dead." And I'm like, "Yo, I'm still right here." Like, if changing where I belong within the like situation of like a social construct is too much for you, then fuck. But I mean, yeah. I've kind of just talked for a while. I don't know. I don't know what the title is. I don't know what to do the thumbnail for this. They're probably just gonna get some fucking dumbass fucking cat or some shit. But yeah, if you watch this, I mean, comment below like if you have any questions or anything like that. I don't know if things happen. This is kind of just where I go to rant and let people know what's like going on in my life. Because again, it's more of like a process of transition. Hopefully, I was more expecting this channel to be like more just like positive like growth tracking of myself, but I'm currently at this start where this first video will be me talking about how pissed off I am. Nah, I'm not that mad. But yeah, I was gonna go get water before this, but I forgot, and I'm gonna go get water. But yeah, if you watch this all, I don't know, comment like fuck you, but don't comment fuck you, cause like YouTube will probably flag that. So just like comment you. I don't know. Alright, bye.